Hey guys, it's Bees. I hope everyone's enjoying Dragonflight as much as I am. It's been fun so far, but let's make a video. This video we're going to look at Ruby Life Pools. Um, it is a new dungeon in Dragonflight. It's going to be one of the dungeons in Mythic Plus Season 1. So let's just take a look at it in a Mythic 0 run here so you know what is going on. When you go run it from Mythic Plus. So right at the start, you got one of these big guys. All they really do is they throw a big circle animation on the ground. Don't stand in it. It hurts. It will probably kill you on High Mythic Plus. Once you go into this second room, do not step on these eggs in the water. It summons whelps. Whelps are bad. Other than that, these groups will put a lot of circles on the ground. Don't stand in them. If you pull too many of these groups at once, it can be scary. But yeah, this is the first room here. Now, our group got a little bit overzealous, and we pulled the next couple pulls and the mini-boss together. It did not end well. You definitely do not want to do that once you get into Mythic Plus. So here goes our Demon Hunter, and there I go dead on the ground. I wanted to try to show you what the mini-boss here does. The mini-boss just throws out a whole bunch of red circles on the ground, and if you pull it with the little groups who are throwing their own circles on the ground, the big rock guy who's throwing his own big circle on the ground, not a good time. Let's skip ahead here. Dead again. Our tank never dies throughout the pool because tanks don't die in Dragonflight, apparently. Here's the mini-boss itself. The mini-boss throws out those red circles. Other than that, he'll look in a direction and do a charge. If you get hit by the charge, you can run out of his way. You just got to pay attention where he's looking. But the charge leaves a bleed on you that deals a lot of damage. Now we're going to the first boss here, Chill Warren. The idea behind this boss, every once in a while she'll put swirlies under everyone, these hail bombs. Just don't get hit by them. They leave these spikes that do hurt you, so it does fill up the arena. Every once in a while she'll awaken all the whelps on one side. So you got to AoE the whelps down. The whelps do leave a debuff on your tank that if it stacks to 10, it instantly kills them. I still think that's a thing. Also, after every time she summons the whelps, she'll put a shield on herself and start AoEing the group. Here it goes. For more and more damage. You have to DPS through the shield and then interrupt the cast. If you don't, well, the cast just builds up and it will eventually overwhelm you. So we actually killed the boss so quick we don't see her other ability. I don't think. Let's see. Chillstorm, here it is on someone. The idea behind Chillstorm, it puts a big circle around them. They got to run out of the group. Then they drop the circle and it becomes a big vortex that tries to suck everyone in. So you got to run against it. And then it does a big AoE explosion, more damage the closer you are to it. So run the circle out of the group if you get it. Healers be ready for that explosion. Kill the whelps, burst through the shield while the whelps are up so you can interrupt the boss's cast. Dodge the hailstorms. Once you take your dragon riding up to the top, you get presented at the top of this tower, and you got to run around in the circle and clear all the groups to make this boss right here in front of us attackable. So you can either choose left or right. Each side has a mini boss, and they're a big dragon. So here's the mini boss on this side, Thunderhead. He does a storm breath. It's really hard to see, and it hurts a lot. So if you see him, suddenly look towards the side, get out of his way. Other than that, he puts 2 magic debuffs on people. The whole idea is it deals a lot of damage, but the healer can only dispel 1. So the healer has to dispel 1 person and then pump heals in the other. So that's that mini boss down, and then you get on to these groups here that you have to kill. They have one big fire elemental in the middle. He does a big AoE at the start that can't be interrupted, but after that he'll do AoEs that can be interrupted. So this Inferno cannot be interrupted. He also throws a red circle around someone. Dodge that. Also, when he dies, he just dies in a big fiery explosion like that. Just get out of it. These other guys just cast Cinderbolt over and over. It's just a random cast on someone that chunks them for a pretty decent amount of their life. Interrupt it if you can. Other than that, the healer just has to heal through it. When the guys die, they do a move called Blaze of Glory, as you just saw, that they just throw red swirlies everywhere. So you got to kill 5 of these groups like that. So let's just jump ahead here and find the mini boss on this side. The shaman in our group is lagging pretty badly there. He's moonwalking in ghost swoop form there. So there's the fire guy, the fire mini boss. Not as scary as the thunder one. All I think the fire one does is he just has a small AoE he hits on the group that just builds up over time. So you just got to kill him very quickly. Blaze of Glory, big red circle, get out of it. Also, the fire dragon does do a fire flame breath. Just watch out for it. But yeah, I don't think the fire dragon mini boss does anything much of note other than the flame breath that, as you can see, hurts a lot if you stand in it. Hunter over here is like, oh god, I pop turtle. But other than that mini boss, the fire mini boss, doesn't really do anything of note. Let's jump to, so once you clear out the entire ring, here we go. You can now pull the boss. So this boss, you might... Good thing you cleared out the ring, because you're going to probably have to start kiting this boss around the ring a little bit, especially in higher mythic class. So, first thing he does is he'll summon one of those fire elemental ads. You got to kill it quickly. Other than that, the boss will look in the direction and cast this molten boulder that leaves a bunch of fire on the ground. So you got to kill the fire elemental. He does his first big infernal cast that can't be interrupted, but you can interrupt all the AoE casts after that. After that, when the elemental dies, he leaves a big patch of fire now. And then the boss will just keep summoning the molten boulder that leaves its own fire. And that's really the fight. The whole thing is, you got to keep on top of these fire elementals and kill them quickly enough. Because if you don't, the boss doesn't care. It will just summon another one on its set timer. And if you fall behind, you're going to die because there's going to be 2 fire elementals up. Can be annoying on high mythic difficulty because there's going to be a lot of fire on the ground. The only thing you got to worry about these groups, there's a mob in here that does a big channel AoE that cannot be interrupted. There it goes, Lightning Storm. So everyone just stack up for your healer, and your healer just got to heal through it. And just about every group on this platform has one of those. And there's a mini boss that also does it too. So when you pull the mini boss, you might want to not pull any other groups with it, because then you're going to have 2 mobs doing the lightning storm at the same time. If I can ever really show you. The whole idea is you want to clear off all the trash on this platform, because you might need the whole platform for the boss. So make sure to clear everything off. Pull one at a time, or if you're going to pull multiple groups, be ready for 2 lightning storms at once. Skip ahead here. Alright, here's us pulling the mini boss pack. But yeah, the boss is both a dragon and a dude on the ground. At the start, you fight the dude on the ground, and the dragon will be flying around, shooting fire, landing every once in a while, and shooting a breath of fire across the platform. Other than that, the dude will just put a debuff on the tank that needs to be dispelled, because the debuff says the move does more damage. So the whole idea is you're going to dispel it before the next time he does it, or your tank will get slammed. This boss can get real hectic. Because not only are you fighting the guy on the ground and then the dragon, every once in a while the dragon will debuff someone with a debuff that puts a red circle around them. And when the debuff expires, here they go. When the debuff expires, it drops and leaves some fire on the ground. Also, I think if you get hit by the dragon's breath, it also puts the debuff on you so you can get more fire on the ground. Every once in a while, wind blows by that pushes you and the fire on the ground. Once the guy gets low enough health, he jumps on top of the dragon and you have to fight the dragon itself. Which at this point, somehow the fight gets even more hectic because instead of one person getting the debuff at the time, everyone gets the debuff and then everyone's dropping fire on the ground. Once again, the dragon is still, doing its fire breaths in a direction. It's flame spitting on all of us, which gives us all a debuff, which makes us all drop fire on the ground. And then I think every once in a while the winds still come by, and it's going to be moving all this fire everywhere. So you're going to quickly start running out of room to stand. But that's it. That's Ruby Life Pools. Hope everyone enjoyed this video. See you next time.